Right, today we are going to order and compare decimals. So we're going to look at decimals and order them and compare them. So think about their size. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimals, all very different on our own. And the question asks us to put them in order, smallest to largest. Now, how do we do that? Anybody got any ideas as to how we do that?
Well, for the largest, you could look at the biggest whole number.
Right, so yeah, that's got 3 ones. That's got 13, a 10 and a 3. That hasn't got anything. That's got 1, and that's got 3. So straight away, you should be able to spot the largest number because we've got 13 whole ones, 10 and a 3 there. So that is going to be the largest because it's got 13 before the decimal point. Then we've got 2 numbers that have got 3 at the beginning. One of them has got 1/10. One of them has got 1/100. Which one of those is the largest? 3 1/10 or 3 1/100? So 3 1/10 or 3 1 out of 100. 1/100. Which one is the largest of the 2 numbers?
3, 1 and a 10.
3 and a 10th. So that actually will be our next largest number. 3 1/100 is smaller than that. Okay. Then, we're working backwards really, because we started with our largest numbers, we're working to our smaller numbers. We've got 1 whole one and 3/10 and no hundredths, and no whole ones, 3/10 and 100. So which one of those 2 is going to be the largest?
1.3.
Because there's 1 whole one and 3/10. So that 1 whole one makes that much larger than that one which hasn't got any whole ones. So that must be our smallest number. So we put them in order smallest to largest, but we've actually started with the largest because we started with the whole numbers, then we look at the tenths, then we look at the hundredths. Okay? Now, I would like you at home to have a think about that, and also, if you need a bit more help on that, to watch the video on Corbett Maths, which the link is on there. And then what I want you to do is to pause and then come back to this, and I'm just going to do one more with the children here, and you can have a look at that. But I would watch the video first if I were you, so I should press pause, watch the video, and then come back to this question, because this question involves money, but it's exactly the same principle. Okay, so we've got some amounts of money. We've got 99p, £10.50, 75p, £9, £2.05. And again, I want you to put them in order, smallest to largest. So first of all, let's have a look at the numbers before the decimal points, the whole numbers. We haven't got any here. Actually, it would be better to convert this. 99 pennies is the same as no pounds, but 99p. That will make that question easier to answer. And £9, although we don't need to write the numbers after the decimal point, that will actually help us to answer the question. So if you think of those 2 as those, that will help. So, how many numbers have we got with whole numbers?
You've got £10, 50p.
Yeah,
You've got £9,
Yeah.
and you've got £2,
good.
£5.
Now, straight away we can see which is the biggest. Which would you rather have? £10, £9 or £2?
£10.
£10, of course you would, because that's the biggest. So £10.50 would be our largest number. Next largest would be
£2. £9.
£9. And then the next largest would be
£2.
£2.5. Good. So we haven't even looked at the decimals, we've looked at the whole numbers. That leaves us with 99p and 75p. Now, from your knowledge of money, you probably know the answer to that already. But in terms of decimals, let's have a look. We haven't got any whole ones in either, but we've got, no, we need to look at the next column. You always look at the next column. So start with the tenths column. We've got 9 tenths in there, 7 tenths in there. So which one is going to be the larger of the two? 9 tenths will be the largest. So that will be 99. So the smallest one has got to be that, the 75. So let me just recap. The golden rule. Have a look at the whole numbers and use those first. Then, when you've got as far as you can with that, look at the first column after the decimal point, which of course we know is the tenths column, because that's going to be the biggest of the decimals, and order those. Then go to the hundredths column and use that information. Then go to thousandths and use that information. So look at the Corbett Maths videos. Look at the examples that I've just shown you. You will be fine.